Mine, I spend. It's mine, I spend. I'm riding around no year.
I am smoking on exotic. My girl ain't got no stomach. Every time we have sex, she always asks me for a Honda. I ask her, is she working? She asks me, do I want it? I say, when I went to school, it's money.
Hey, what's happening, America? You know what it is. It's 8 o'clock. It's another time. It's time to check back into the Kickback with Stacks show. I'm your host, Reggie Stacks. You know what to do. Go grab your favorite beverage. Let's kick back, and we're going to chop it up. Tonight we have a special guest, Miss Georgia Me. Miss Georgia Me, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, world, this is your girl, Tamika Harper, a.k.a. Georgia Me, Queen of Spoken Word, a.k.a. The Oracle, representing that West Side ATL to the fullest, Zone 1, Bankhead, Washington High, stand up.
You got it. You heard it from her mouth herself, Georgia Me, straight from the ATL. Before we get started, I got a few things I want to say. First, I want to give a shout-out to Q57 at Lithonia, Stonecrest Mall. Check out my girl Tammy. Also check out uceydesigns.com. She just got that new inventory in, so she got that fresh new designs, custom made jewelry for you. So make sure you check out that. Mention my name, get 10% discount. Also, maybe you can relate to what I'm about to say, but we're going to talk about one thing, then we're going to take the debates, and then we're just going to talk about you. But look, it bothers me. I hate to say this on live TV, but you know, I have a TV show, not a radio show. I'll be glad. I'm not throwing subliminal hits at anybody. I'm throwing direct punches. If you support me, I support you. That's just the way it goes. You support me, I support you. So if you don't support me, I don't support you. I'm tired of the emails. I'm tired of the texts, the phone calls. Oh, how your show going? How is your TV show going? Tune in, you would know. Know what I'm saying? Support me, I support you. Tune in, you would know. You won't have to be asking me over and over again how my show going, how my show doing. Is it doing good? Still on air? If you're watching every week, then you know I have too many friends, too much family out there not to be watching my show, even down to buy my book. You know, family, friends, they always want something, but you don't want to support the show, but you want to know, call, and you want to know why I don't answer the phone, I don't answer the text, or why you didn't answer your phone, or they want to, can I borrow some money? No, support me, I support you. You don't support my show, you don't support my book, you don't get no support from me. That's just it. All right, back to registry.
And vent session number 1 is done.
Last week we started the call in. I hope we're going to keep that going from now on. Every week we're going to have some guests calling in, so if you're out there, if the number's on the screen, make sure you call in. I answer all questions, relationship advice for your kids, sex. If you want to ask me questions about myself, about my book, whatever, make sure you call in and get these questions done. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them. Oh, you already done it.
I did that, yeah.
So tell them where they can find you at.
Oh, well, you can find me everywhere, on Twitter, Georgia Me, at Georgia Me, Facebook, Tamika Harper. I have 3 fan pages, Wisdom's Mama, Georgia Me, and I think Game. I have a website, georgiame.com. I'm on Revote. It's not too many social networks. My number, 678-82-GAME-1. That's 678-82-GAME-1. So if you need to contact me directly, that is my number. That's how you can contact me.
You watched the debates last night?
Yeah, I watched most of it till I couldn't stomach it anymore.
So what part did you stop? Did you end it at?
I kept flipping back and forth. I saw the closing arguments. I saw the debate on healthcare. I saw the part. It was lying. You know what I'm saying? And
he did lie.
Yeah, he lied. Like, first off, tax breaks, and you know that common people in America don't know what those tax breaks mean. I mean, when you take your business overseas, you automatically don't have to pay for healthcare or insurance or anything like that, or pay a workman's comp. That is the tax break. So you know the common American don't know that corporate language. So it was just a bunch of bull. He just basically steamrolled the whole. Obama's real docile. That brother has the key because But I really wish, this is my brother, I love him to death. I wish they would the Hancock that they voted for, because white people didn't vote for Obama. Right. They voted for a savior. They wanted a hero. They was looking for Hancock. They thought that was Will Smith, and they voted for Obama. So that is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
rude awakening.
And the thing about Obama, I would give him all the credit in the world for what he has done. The Equal Pay Rights Act that he got passed, you know what I'm saying?
Healthcare.
I don't like the healthcare. That's just me personally, though. But I understand a lot of people do. That's great. That's fine. But as an independent artist, I can't afford that. The plan, because I still wouldn't qualify so-called for welfare if I make too much money, and then I don't necessarily apply for that. But we'll get to that. I'm for free healthcare. Period. Being the only country. Yes, and like Cuba. If Cuba has free health care, I think
have free health care.
If Canada has free health care,
why can't
we should have free health care.
Exactly.
But I understand. I appreciate the strides the brother has made, and the things he's constantly doing that they keep shooting down. That's the American people's fault, because we don't fight. All government is local, and you keep sending these people who you don't hold accountable on the hill. So that's not his fault. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed it for a second, and then I got disgusted. Obama's real slick. He kept dissing him in a smooth way. I loved it.
So I was the pundits and the spin shows was all on CNN. Every news channel basically talking about Obama was soft. He was Mitt Romney won. Do you think you said you was tuning in, but I watched the whole in entirety. So did you think that Mitt Romney actually really destroyed the president or?
No, he didn't destroy him. Basically, they tied, but it was a win for Romney.
Because he really needed that win.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They tied, but he got the draw. You feel me?
I had a debate last night. I was telling somebody, I think it was actually planned. I think, it was planned for Obama, just, it's being cheer mode, and let Romney come out just to keep it interesting, keep the whole political process interesting. So, I don't.
To give them hope.
Yeah, to give them hope. It's just it's like we're not gonna kick him while he's down, but he should have.
But I think that the people who are going to vote for Romney are going to vote for Romney. There's really not no winning in this situation as far as him winning votes from Obama. That's really not. Now, what is the key is Obama winning those votes from him. Because Obama has laid out a foundation that is kind of hard to beat.
Do you think Obama can take those votes from Mitt Romney? Do you think he's going to have a good chance of winning re-election?
I personally do. I think he's already chosen.
Okay.
I think there'll be some tricks in the game that might slip it up. We never know with our government.
Right.
But I really think that America will not allow magic underwear to be in the White House. I just don't.
So what about Mitt Romney killing Big Bird?
What does that mean?
So what are all these soccer moms and other moms, what are they going to think with Mitt Romney if he ever wins? I don't think he's going to win, but if he wins, how you going to feel if he kills Big Bird? Big Bird is no longer able to entertain your child. No more Elmo.
I mean,
Ernie and Bert.
But that's the thing. Americans really don't care. Real talk. Americans just want to be comfortable. And they allow the fact that our children don't have arts in school now. You feel me? The fact they're taking PE out of school.
Right.
The fact that we can't have prayer. You feel me? It's like Americans really don't care. Americans are the most complacent people on the planet, and they're scared. Home of the brave, give me a break. Scared out their mind, and that's what they keep looking for, somebody to save them instead of realizing they're their own salvation.
Right.
They don't want to be responsible for their own life. They want somebody to tell them what to do, tell them how to be, and then you don't want to listen if it's too hard for you. So true. I'm just saying, hey, I get crunk. I do. I'm a
hey, we turned up live right here on the Kickback with Stack Show. Hey, next week we have the vice presidential debates. This is just as important as last night's debate. So make sure you tune in. That it's going to be one time only. We got Joe Biden versus Paul Ryan. So make sure you check out that. Off of politics for 1 minute. So tell us, you say you do spoken word. You're songstress, your actress. So
I don't want y'all to know that Reggie don't know nothing about me. And for those of you who do know about me, y'all call in and cuss this brother out. So, brother, how you not gonna know the #1 spoken word artist in the dang state, at least if not the country and world? I'm just saying. Okay, let me tell you a little something about myself.
Okay.
I've been on Deaf Poetry Jam. You ever heard of that from HBO Russell Simmons?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, tell
Okay, alright. 7 times. I've been on 7 times.
Is it like a competition? Did you win?
No, see, Def Poetry Jam is just like Def Comedy Jam.
Okay,
it is the premier poets of this nation who travel and make a living doing spoken word.
Okay.
And so Russell created that vehicle. We was on HBO for 6 seasons, and then from there he took, I guess you would say, the top people who got the most attention or fanfare. We went on the road for a minute. Then we was in San Francisco where we launched a stage production that then went to Broadway. Okay. And I was on Broadway for 8 months. My face on back of buses and on the cabs and type stuff.
The queen of spoken word. Before you leave now, you're gonna give us some spoken words. Right?
I think about it. You know what I'm saying?
What y'all think?
Yeah, we'll see. So after being on Broadway, we won the Tony. Okay. We're the first cast and the first show in the history of Broadway to be written and performed and produced by its players. Shout out to Russell Simmons for actually giving us a piece of the show. Okay. Because that was a good thing to do, because he would have had to pay for writers and editors, and he didn't have to pay for that. Somebody will give us a little bit of piece, but no matter when they do that production, I'll get a check. You feel me? And then from there we went on the road, toured the country, lived in Scotland for a few months.
Y'all went to Scotland?
Yeah, the production went to the Fringe, which is the biggest theater festival in the world. It was fantastic. I asked God to leave the country because he had allowed me to see the major cities, and I was like, I want to go out the country. Next thing you know, I'm living in Scotland, and I lived in Edinburgh.
How long were you in Scotland?
2 months.
2 months. Okay.
And then I went and kicked it in London for another 2 weeks.
How many black people in Scotland?
None. But there's plenty of island people. There's plenty of island people.
Okay.
Not as many white people, as many Scottish people, but you know, one thing I say about the island people, they're everywhere. There's anywhere I've been on the planet.
The islands, most of the islands are British territory, so
they're not scared to go. It doesn't seem.
It's like the United States, like Puerto Rico or Virgin Islands is part of the United States. Mm-hmm. Those islands are part of Great Britain.
Well, I just know it was of the black people that was there. That's who that was there. I enjoyed myself. I longed for home, but it really wasn't that bad, because no matter where you go on the planet, you go to a club, you're going to hear American music. So I was home real fast.
Rainy.
It was summertime. It was summertime, beautiful. It was cold on certain days, you know what I'm saying, but it was cool. It wasn't
cool. Did you get visiting the castles? And
yes, I went to the castle to see performance. They have performances at the castle every day.
Which one? You went to Windsor Castle?
No, that's in England. I was in Scotland.
Okay, well, you say you went to London too, but
no, London was after Scotland. Okay. You know, I went to Trafalgar Square. I went to Buckingham Palace. I went to the Eye. I took the Tube. You know what I'm saying? I lived in Brixton. I had a choice of living in Sutton Hill, which is an affluent part of London, or I could stay in the hood where all the black people was at, which is Brixton. I chose the hood, and every day was just fantastic. I love Brixton. So
in the hood in London?
The hood is everywhere. In Scotland, they call it the scheme. Just a bunch of dirty-faced white kids with rotten teeth. Real talk. They ain't know where I've been. I've been in the shanty towns of South Africa. Everywhere I go, I said, take me to the hood. I stopped it after I went to Belize because it was too bad for me.
Belize, that's the real hood.
That's the real. I couldn't take. I was crying, taking off my shoes, giving it. I was like, I can't do this. Oh my God. Giving the babies everything.
South America has the real hood.
It's not no joke.
We went to South America, Brazil.
Oh my God. I've never been to Brazil.
Okay, that's my next stop, Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going.
Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck.
We're going to Carnival.
Okay, that's what's up. Have fun. Enjoy life. Too many black Americans don't travel outside this country. We limit ourselves. Actually, not even just black Americans. Most people don't move beyond 30 miles beyond where they originate.
In their vibe.
Yeah. I know where everything is. I don't have to go nowhere else. But really, everything, no matter where you go, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same.
From state to state.
From state to state.
A lot of people the same thing, because I do a lot of traveling, and every city is the same. Every city is probably built the same. You go on the west side, it's going to be the hood. You go on the north side, it's going to be
affluent.
Yeah, mm-hmm. It's the same. It's the same.
Except Philly. North Philly is the hood. That's what it is. North side Philly is not affluent.
Besides the spoken word, what else you do?
Well, I'm a life coach. I'm a mentor, a counselor. I also do a little acting. You might have seen me in Medea Goes to Jail. I was the girl who couldn't forgive her daddy.
So Medea Goes to Jail?
Yeah, I was in Medea Goes to Jail.
Okay, I got to look at that.
Well, you sure do. You got to look at it. Oh, my God, it is her. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. I ask God for what I want and want to experience. The Most High allows me to. I've never, no matter what it is, my favorite group in the world is Goody Mob.
Okay. So how did you land that role in Madea?
Okay, this is how it happened. I was called to come do Tyler Perry's talk show. He was going to do a talk show at one point in time. Right. And they were looking for poets. And so I got there and there was a whole bunch of poets who weren't good, right? And I was like, who the hell told these mediocre MMs to be here, right? Right. So when I go in, they mad. Like, they just like, say a poem 30 seconds, thank you for your time, goodbye. Like, I'm like, okay, I hand them a resume. I say my name and social security number, I do the poem. They don't stop me after 30 seconds. Right. So when I'm done,
on the little camera.
Yeah. Okay. So when I'm done, she's like, you do this. And I was like, yes, ma'am. And then so she pulls my resume and she said, oh my God. And then so I said, so let me see who y'all got. Yeah, this the only other good one today. The rest of them, they not there yet. You know, nothing wrong, but there's a difference between aspiring and professional. Right. Okay? There's a master class and there's a freshman class. You understand me? And people got to understand where they at in their calling, if they want to call it that. You need to practice better. God don't want mediocre work.
They want people. You see me, I got there and perfect your craft.
Oh, they don't. See, the thing about spoken word is the one genre of art where you can be mediocre and people let you get by with it. Yeah. You mess up on stage.
Why do you think that is, though?
Because poetry intimidates people's intellect. They think they're dumb if they don't understand what's going on. No, you're not dumb. It's the teacher's job to deliver.
Right.
You understand me? So I'm just talking, so, you know what I'm saying, we the only art form where we like, take your time, it's alright, No. If a rapper mess up, you gonna boo. If a comedian don't make you laugh, you gonna boo. That humbles you to get better. Right. But in the poetry world, you can be as mediocre as you want. You can be a Facebook beast, a Twitter demon, and get it in.
I can go up there and get it in, huh?
Yeah, you would, but you'll be exposed if you ain't right. You know that. Because I ain't with that.
I don't even know how to do spoken word.
I mean, with so many, it's the thing about spoken word and the thing about reciting poetry. When you're a spoken word artist, you are heavy in the craft of developing it, conceptualizing it, making sure you deliver the words in an entertaining, uplifting, and effective way. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's about deliverance. It's about capturing and delivering the message so that the people are moved. If the people aren't moved, then what was the point of you even being up there? Okay. That's a masturbation session. That's what you did. Only you got off. Nobody else. Everybody else just sitting there dry. You the only one. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm big on changing the perception of what people think spoken word is. So that's what it is. So yeah, that's what that ain't all I've done, but God done allowed me to do a lot.
So the spoken word and being an actress. So are you aspiring, or are you a singer or rapper?
No, I don't. I sing a little bit just for the Lord, because He don't care how it sound, Right. But rapping, not really too tough. Might do a freestyle session here and there.
So you're not into music pretty much at all?
I love music.
As far as performing?
Yeah, I do rock out with a band on several of my poems. You know what I'm saying? But it's its own thing. It's not defined as rapping or music. It's spoken word. Okay. And so it's about establishing that more with people so they understand that it ain't that poetry-ish. You know what I'm saying? That everybody think like, my cousin do poetry. I'm glad your cousin do poetry.
Everybody on Facebook does poetry.
Exactly. What's your resume? How many colleges have you been in? I've been in 41 of the 50 states. Right. And in several cities in those states. I've been in 8 countries, okay, requested. I didn't call them. I didn't send no package. Please bring me. I didn't do that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Right. But it's something to have a demand. You feel me? And as far as like venues across the country, every major venue in the country, whether it be poetry venue or Fox, Kodak, the Beacon in New York, Apollo, Radio City, God has allowed me to do. So it's like, don't say we the same thing, shawty. That ain't the same. I mean, it's just what it is. And it's about letting people know we do this. Like my friends, we do the White House. My friend Mida was just at the White House. Right. My other friend open for Snoop. We open for, we do all kind of shows with people.
So do you perform regularly here in the A? Do you have like
I'm born and bred in Atlanta.
No, I'm saying as far as performing, do you have like a circuit that y'all perform?
Atlanta has one of the best spoken word scenes because most poets.
About Apache, but
Apache is a staple of the spoken word world. Okay, but in Atlanta, it's really hard to make money in your city. I do private events because if I do an open mic, that takes my money asking down. You feel me? I have one mic that I do every 5th Sunday, and the last one we just had in September. The next one is in December. That's the last one this year. 5th Sunday. I can't commit to every month or whatnot. I just can't because I got to get out here and get it. You can't get money in your hometown how you want to.
But is it like back in the day they used to have a different circuit for all the black artists? So do y'all have like a circuit for spoken word here in Atlanta, or is it spoken word that's only in certain parts of the country that y'all perform at, like different several states that really has a heavy concentration of spoken word artists? Yeah,
you got some premier poetry spots across the country that pay the poets well. The audiences be 200 or better. Yeah, you got you got Signature Series in Dayton, Ohio. Triple Cross Entertainment. I just did them last Friday with Amir Suleiman. Then you got Bohemian Room in Miami with Ingrid B. I'll be there for my birthday in November. Shout out to Sag Affair. You got the Lounge in LA with poetry and Shehan. You got the New Yorican in New York. That's a staple. Been there since Pinedo, who's a very famous Puerto Rican poet. And did a movie about him. And then you got Ainsley Burroughs, who does the Bowery Poetry Club in New York. You got the Green Mill in Chicago. It's a circuit, but you got to be great. You understand? Not only to get booked, then you got to create your own circuit because there are 10,000 poetry spots in between. You got the coldest in Mobile, Alabama with Huggy Bear on every Thursday night. He brings some of the best poets across the country that come through. You got Warm Wednesdays in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? There are plenty of poetry spots. You got Tasha Jones in Indianapolis doing her thing. You got Scorpio Blues out in Oakland. You got African American Shakespeare, who was featured in Spike Levy's When the Levees Broke, who's a poet in New Orleans. He has you have Just Greg in Philadelphia. You have plenty of poets who have mics or special events monthly. I have a festival in May called the Tamika Festival, and it's a 5-day festival this year. This past year it was 8 days, and the reason why we have it is because Atlanta College Park and East Point and Fulton County gave me my own day, which is May 4th. And so how do I serve God's children? Well, I'm going to expose you all to some of the best artists in the country. We're going to have health seminars so you can learn about your health and diabetes and AIDS and different things. We're going to have workshops on your spirituality, eating better, how to become a better poet or artist, following your passion. We're going to honor we're going to laugh, we're going to honor Millie Jackson, honor Rodney Perry. This is who we honor this year. Honor Biggeroo, honor Linda Smith, who is my favorite teacher. We got to honor the educators. The teachers don't get any kind of light. So it's a community celebration, and we give a scholarship out, and it's wonderful. So the poets, it's so much in our world that the world don't know about. It's crazy.
So that's why you're here to let them know.
Yeah, I'm here to let them know. And you know, Reggie. Godly.
Okay. So you're gonna bless us with some poetry?
Oh my God!
Poetry, spoken word.
Some spoken word.
I like get offended when people say you do poetry or
no, because words. How you gonna get mad? That's like being mad at a child for not knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna get mad that you don't know. It's not your fault that you don't know.
This is a difference between poetry and spoken word.
It is. Spoken word is deliverance, and then spoken word is just having a mastery of knowing how to manipulate and cultivate words. Period. Whether it be comedic, serious, teaching, minstrel, whatever you need to do. You know what I'm saying? You have a gift for gab beyond. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just and the wind blows 17. You know, what are you talking about?
So what is poetry?
Poetry is whatever you think, whatever your soul say, whatever your heart say, and anybody can do it. Anybody.
So you can do poetry on any subject, any genre.
I don't heard poetry on dishwasher. I've heard poetry on roaches.
Okay. I've
heard poetry on everything. There's no aspect.
Spoken words. I mean.
Spoken word too.
Okay.
That's the thing.
I got a book coming out, a new book. GhettoHeaven.net. Go get it. But the new book is twisted. So it's like a collection of short stories, and they all somehow twisted. It's like crazy stories. So if I wanted you to be featured in there, could you do a spoken word for that?
could I write a poem based off of what you've already written?
No, just come off the top of your head. It's twisted. It's just got to be twisted.
When?
Like right now.
So embarrass myself with some mediocre bull. That what you want me to do? I am not a rapper. See, this is the kind of disrespect that people do with poems. Like, I heard this white man named Dr. Neil Schultz, and he does a television show on PBS, right? So he wanted me to do this new documentary with him, right? And he dresses up in all these gadgets and stuff, right? So it's for kids. So we're outside the store. And he wants me to rap about food on the spot. Then he started to put bananas on top of my head. I said, Lord have mercy, I got to make people understand what this is. You would never do this to Nikki Giovanni. But do people know who Nikki Giovanni is? No. See, Nikki Giovanni, first poet to win a Grammy.
Okay. Amazing.
She teaches at Virginia Tech, has over 8, 9, 10 books. Mm-hmm. Got Thug Life. She in her 60s, tattooed on her arm. I'm serious. These are the elders.
Hey, tell them what Thug Life means. Tell them what Thug means.
Thug means the highest under God.
Y'all get that?
I am from the hood, which is hope overcoming obvious destruction. You make your life what you want it to be. You can listen to these fools tell you what it is, and you can define your own life, you and God. That's how I live.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
You're just saying.
I'm just saying.
Okay, give us a little bit of taste, a sample.
Okay. A little taste of something. Without no explicatives, right? I ain't used no explicatives this whole show.
That's good.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay.
But you do, what feel, however you feel.
No, I'm gonna keep it clean. Cause people always say in my mouth, so you know what I'm saying. But all right.
Some people like that. I mean, most spoken word is like that. I don't know why.
I think it's the truest expression. You feel me? Whatever you feel without you. When Langston Hughes, who's one of the greatest poets to ever live, he says, "Poet, hang yourself with your words."
Okay.
So that means you just got to put it all out there. You can't care what people think.
Or what they say.
Or what they say, because it don't matter. They don't put you in the heaven. You do.
Exactly.
Okay, so this poem right here is called, Is This My Only Choice? My hood is a war zone. A lot of people don't condone the way I live, but what choice do they give? Get a job, pay taxes, try to be so-called right, but steady in my back of axes, chopping me down like a tree. Feeling like Kunta, but you say I'm free. I know this is where I'm from, but here am I destined to die. I wanted to soar, but couldn't fly. Clipped with my wings when I was labeled bad. Called me a bastard because I have no dad. Instilled is this rage, I can only be mad. Seeing images on TV of all the fun they had. Going on vacations, college graduations, and Sunday brunches, syringe-filled parks, and lockdown after dark, and free school lunches was my reality, all that I could see. So of course a hustler's what I wanted to be. Hey, I like to ball tax-free, work for only me, play cat and mouse with 12 crooked-ass cops can go to hell, shaking me down for my cheese, placing me down on my knees, telling me to freeze, motherfucker, please. Can't be ghetto fathers working at KFC or holding down a shift at a warehouse 3 to 3. I can't fade all that work with little compensation. You can call me lazy, but you don't know my situation. This is all I ever known. Into this game I have grown. Thought I had no choice, was told I had no voice. Went hoarse from trying to be heard. Told my dreams are absurd. To keep my dreams alive, I constantly smoke herbs. Is this my only choice? For all my brothers in the gang, all my sisters in the gang. It's a difference. You do have more choices. Understand that.
Big shout out. Thank you for your you know what I'm saying, giving blessing us with that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Tell us where they can book you at, where they can find you at.
Okay, you can book me by calling that number 678-82 Game 1. Anytime. I do bar mitzvahs, barbecues, baby showers. Just have you a couple of $100. Don't call me. Who?
Bachelor party.
Bachelor party. Oh, we got erotic poems. Please leave. I've done what's the I just did it last year.
What's that?
Please not pleases.
They got
strokers.
Atlanta is the city of strip clubs.
I know,
so
but me and a lot of movies just did a show at the strip club not too long ago. But I do everything. I've done every venue there is, and as a true spoken word artist, you're supposed to be able to do everywhere, from church to the strip club to the comedy club to the park at 5 o'clock when brothers getting off work and before they get home, and they don't feel like being bothered. If you can't go and entertain them, you shouldn't do this.
You shouldn't do it.
You shouldn't do this.
Y'all heard that?
That's just my opinion. You can do it. You can try. You can do it. Do it. Just don't do it bad. Do it great.
All right, we got 5 days. We got 5 days left. If you haven't registered to vote, make sure you register to vote.
Of course.
I'm just checking.
We've been talking all man. I'm very politically active. All government is local, but we definitely got to get Barack Obama back in office. And after we get him in office, you'll do what you're supposed to do and quit depending on this man to be handcuffed.
Thank you. We got 5 days left for voter registration. Make sure if you haven't registered, make sure you go out, do that, put that in the mail before October the 9th. We got 30-some days left to the election. Like she just said, we need to get Obama back in office. Make sure if you stand in line for the judge, you can stand in line for the club, you stand in line to vote. That's my perspective on that. Also, go check out my girl Tammy at Q57 at Lithonia, Stonecrest Mall. Check out my girl UCEYdesigns.com for the custom made jewelry. You like custom made jewelry?
Yeah.
Check out her website, you know what I'm saying? Mention my name, get 10% discount.
Okay.
She has the fly jewelry. She make it custom made wherever you want. She designed it for you.
Okay.
Make sure y'all go out there, check out that. If you haven't got your copy of Ghetto Heaven, make sure you log on to ghettoheaven.net, authorsden.com, Barnes & Noble, Amazon. Pick up your book, Ghetto Heaven.
I want to say I'm going to be at Jay's this Sunday. Mahogany Roots. Please come out this Sunday. We're going to have a good time.
Jay's, that's on what's the chapel?
Yeah, in Decatur.
Tell me what is that?
In Decatur. It's in Decatur. I'm a West Side B. You understand me? I just go and get in the car. You know what I'm saying? I let them take me where they going to take me. But I'm going to be there this Sunday, and you should be there too to have a good, uncensored time. Okay. If you ain't grown, you need to stay at home. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all make sure y'all go check out her Jay's place. I think that's on the corner of Wesley Chapel and Redan.
Okay.
Yeah, go out there and check that out this Sunday. What's the name of the event?
It's with Mahogany Roots, the Sisters Mahogany Lounge. I believe that's the name of it.
Make sure you go check
I believe that's the name of it.
Like I said, make sure you turn in your registration forms. If you haven't, make sure you go get your registration forms to vote. Check out my girl Tammy. Check out my girl UCYdesigns.com. Also, get your book, Ghetto Heaven, and check us out every Thursday, 8 o'clock, same place, same channel.
Next time I come, you be on YouTube me or something. WAN.TV, 8 o'clock, every Thursday, 3105 Washington Road. You can catch us here. It was something else I wanted to say. I forgot what I was going to say. I enjoyed you though, Reggie.
It was a really good show.
I had a good time.
We was doing the call-ins, so make sure every week, you know what I'm saying, starting last week was the first one. We're making sure we're having call-ins from now on. So, you know what I'm saying, if you have any questions regarding relationships, sex, advice for your kids, you want to ask me questions, you want questions about my book, you want to know how to get it started with writing, whatever your question is, we're going to answer it right here live on the Kickback with Stack show. We're going to be here every Thursday, 8 o'clock. Anything that you want to say?
I just want to say thank you for having me. I enjoyed myself, and I hope to have a relationship with this beautiful, independent internet radio TV station.
Yeah, and once again, this is not a radio show. It's a TV.
It's a TV show.
So stop asking me about how is my radio show. It's a TV show. Stop asking me how is the show when you can tune in every week at 8 o'clock. And
they will.
They will. I think so.
They will.
I mean, I have a lot of viewers. I have a lot of fans, but it's like people that should be watching.
You know what? You're never gonna be respected at home. That's just how it is. As much as I did in Atlanta, I was very grateful. It wasn't until I left Atlanta that Atlanta was like, yay.
Yeah.
I always support, but people got their own lives and they think they can touch you like this, so it's not that important.
Right.
When they can't touch you like that, then they start watching you.
Then they want to support.
Then I'm telling you what it is.
I don't even answer my phone. Hey, you want to take us out on something?
Oh God.
Anything. Just we're just gonna ride out whatever you come up with.
Okay. God, I didn't even think. Okay. Player. Forget being like Mike, I'ma be like Mika. Spoken word soul freaker. Designed to expand muscles of the mind, set hearts a fever. Woman who plays this game with grace and conviction, claiming no affliction, only the addiction of having the desire to win. Be kin, friend, stranger, or foe. When I step in the arena, everyone knows she's a player. I heard people say hate the game. I say it ain't the game's fault. If you don't cheat, you won't get caught. I play fair, still extreme. Double day to challenge my love for this gift, this natural lift. Every move so swiftly with Hurley Smith. Why your hands shake so stiff at the end of the game? Man, because I do it for love, you do it for fame. Why can't you smile at how versatile this ghetto black child displays impeccable technique and funky style? Play so many positions with grace and precision, almost always a unanimous decision. If I ain't the champion, I'm the top weight contender. Never imitative, only innovative. I'm a player.
Until next week, you know what I'm saying? We're going to see you back here on the Kickback with Stack show, 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Until then, we riding out.
Peace. Be blessed.
I spin. In mine, I spin. I'm riding around, no guinea. It's mine, I spin. It's mine, I spin. It's mine, I spin. I'm riding around, no guinea.
I am smoking on anxiety. My girl ain't got no stomach. Every time we have sex, she always